Today we're going to be creating a poster to promote the upcoming parent-teacher conference, but first let's check out this advertisement. I can see that the text is center aligned, and it's pretty interesting stylistically because there are 5 lines of text and each line of text is unique. Despite the fact that it's all white, I can see that we've got some all lowercase, some all uppercase and bold. We've got script font. We've got heavy bold font. This is pretty aesthetically interesting. Compared to this, we can see that it falls pretty flat. It's very boring. This doesn't do a lot for the eye. This, however, does. So we're going to apply this technique as we create the poster. Here's a quick example I created earlier, and I can see that similar to that McDonald's oatmeal poster, each line of text is unique. It's individualistic, and we're going to be applying this technique in this text to a photo of your choice. So you can select any photo of AUP that you'd like, and when you do, you're going to open it up. And like always, the first thing that we need to do, and I'm going to use this picture right here, is press Control M or go to Image Adjustments and then Curves. And we're going to make the brights a little bit brighter, the darks a little bit darker. Great. The next thing that we need to do is we got to add the logo, and I'm going to click on the magic wand tool. I'm going to make sure that contiguous is unchecked. I'm going to click on the white, Control Shift I, Control C, Control V. And I'll put that right up here in the corner. And you guys can experiment with location and things like that. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. Tremendous. So now what we need to do is start adding text. And you're going to add, for the most part, the same text that you see here. The address, the title of the event. You're going to put a quote of your choice, but you're going to want to make sure that the date and the times are specific. So I can see that, for instance, RSVP at aupnyc.org is included. Here's a text that we're going to include. I'm simply going to highlight it, press Control C, and I'll put it in the upper right hand corner. Okay, so this would be an example of something that's not so good because the black doesn't contrast well with the dark blue behind it. So what I'm going to do is make it white. That looks much better. We can let's make the text something far more interesting. You know what? That seems a little bit desperate. So if we want to be kind of formal, we can do a script font. And that's a little childish. I'll find something else. You guys are going to want to go through. Sure, why not? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to press Control T. Press check. That looks good. We're going to go through, we're going to add text to this image, and you're going to want to sort of scatter it about so it seems professionally created. So what I can do is I'm actually going to drag this in. I'll drag the text in as well. You guys are going to simply copy and paste as well. This is a pretty big image, but I like the size, so what I can do is I can make this a little bit bigger. We can sort of stretch that out right here. We really want to emphasize what the event is. This should be the biggest font. That looks good. So right here you're going to want to maybe put the dates. You're going to put some other information right here. Let's do this. Right here it looks like the windowsill. That's not a very flattering image of our school. So we're going to cover that up. I'm going to press Control T. And we can do something like this. And it does overlap with the neighborhood a little bit, but that's okay. And drag this in. Alright, we're almost done. So you're going to want to make sure that it's, of course, proportional. So we can do something a little like that. When you're done with something that looks pretty formal, you're going to say approval needed. And once it's granted, you're going to save it as a JPEG so it looks a little something like this. And then I want you to be further creative by adding people or celebrities or classmates to really pump up your image. So that looks a little something like this. I can't wait to see your work. Good luck.